Hi, good morning. Uh, Welcome to the session. We'll wait for a few more people to join and then we'll start with our session today. Okay, so I think without waiting any further, we'll start with our session. And yeah, good morning, everyone. How's life? How's life amidst this very strange situation right now? And how does it feel to be like be in a very different kind of mind frame right now due to the whole uh, COVID-19 situation that we are going through? It I'm sure it really is a bit messy, a bit confusing as to what is going to happen, and what all things are we going to do. uh, Fine, matlab, the Indian memers, they have got along with our CH stuff that okay, CS ko koi farak nahi padta. They are always anyways quarantined. So yeah, so that is really funny. But out of all the economic situations and all the people talk about a lot of economy crashes, business taxes and donations and a lot of things, but they do not realize that the main thing, it's really something that is going on with CS at their study table also. That's maybe for them that is bigger than anything right now, and I understand that a lot of tension, a lot of confusion is going on right now, but guys, calm down. It's a situation that I think that we all will be dealing together, and we'll be going good, uh, definitely about that. So what can I share today? I wanted to talk about not just this situation, but overall how time management and stress management is important. So quite a lot of time it so happens that we have a lot of time, but we do not do anything, or maybe, and then ultimately the stress builds up. So we are going to talk about those two things, and not just in this situation, but in overall, in general parlance, as to how important it is to have our time and stress maintained together. They both go, almost hand in hand. So yeah, we getting back to our topic. I'll start by introducing myself. I am CA Zenith Mehta. Only recently have I, become a part of now the CA fraternity, the other side of the table, and only before a few years I was there, matlab, right on the other side of the screen where I was a student, and even I was confused, and even I was, quite a bit uncertain ke kya hone wala hai, whether I'll pass, whether I'll not. And yeah, a lot of stuff is to be studied, and still I'm not doing what actually I should have done to the 100%. I'm not giving my 100%, and all those kind of thoughts, confusions come into my mind. They used to, definitely. I was a student back then, so it's very normal to have such kind of thoughts. So yeah, we'll start with the session, and I would want to set some ground rules here, not like rules and all, but yeah, some ground rules so that we are all on the same page here. First, being that I by during this situation, during this session, I'll be assuming that all of us are getting at least at an average 4 months of studies, and 4 months away from the CA firm. I am sure most of our CA firms are that gradual enough, and they are lenient enough to give us 4 months at least. Come on, that is acceptable. And so yeah, first assumption would be that. Second would be that, guys, I'll assume, and rather I would request you to give both the groups. It is inevitable, and it is really important to have both the groups together. Believe me, I am telling you, I am a CA right now because I gave both the groups together. Okay, so it is really important for all of you to understand the importance of those things. Okay, so these are the two basic ground rules, and the third, most probably, would be that all of us are in a kind of normal situation. I understand there are a few times when students get less amount of time during my studies, during my CA finals preparations. I used to get a lot of. I got a very less amount of time. I had to prepare in almost like 2.5 3 months, and that was an exceptional situation. But apart from that, I think all of us are pretty much average as far as time is concerned, and we'll be going by that only. Secondly, I would really want this live chat box to be filled, and if at all it shouldn't be a dialogue. I understand that we are in a webinar situation, so it cannot be a dialogue, but still it shouldn't be a monologue. Sorry, yeah, it shouldn't be a monologue. And I would really suggest that if at all you can converse with me through the live chat, that would be great. Queries, obviously, towards the end, like that's a typical kind of thing that I'm telling you here. But yeah, though it would be great if we can keep the queries towards the end. Okay, so my first question towards you people, and I just I hope that you might want to answer it on the live chat. My first question goes here. When I say time management, when I say that word, or in that case time management during CA studies, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Let's see how good we are, how good. I have made a sort of list as to what topics do I need to discuss. Let's see how good I am to judge as far as students are concerned, if we are aligned on those topics or not. Maybe 10 20 seconds we'll take on that, and if at all I can get some of the inputs from your side, it would be great. And if not, then at least I'll continue with my topics. So let's see, what do you feel when time or time management and CA studies comes into your mind, or when someone says those kind of topics? Anyone? Okay, no one. Ah, come on, guys, you got to keep this to be a dialogue. It cannot be a monologue. Anyways, yeah, we'll start. I'll go through a different kinds of topics that I used to feel during my CA preparations that, yeah, these things are some things that are bothering me real bad. First would be planning. you know Setting up a plan is very important for a CA student. Obviously, that is a typical kind of thing that I'm telling you. Each and every video out there on internet would say that, okay, planning is very important and all. But the most important is to have to plan. How exactly are you people planning to do it? Planning to plan, that's a recurring situation here. But yeah, how you people are planning to plan? When most of the times when I talk to my friends, they are like, is and it's, how should I prepare? And even during my CA final exams, I went through this method, and it is really important to understand this method, guys. That you have to have three kinds of plans. One, overall 4 months before exams, wala, the whole plan, or maybe a outer picture, a bigger picture as to how, in which month, what are you going to do. That would help you to make a bigger plan and be clear as to, okay, fine, now this month has gotten over. This month I have done this much, and that's it. I'm not going beyond that. Second, just a level below that, maybe you might want to plan each month. First was 4 month plan, second would be 1 month plan. Each month you got to plan. Okay, this month I'll be doing so and so subjects. Giving so and so days for a subject, and the others I might be taking up later in the next month. Revision, if at all you plan to revise, that would be great. So revision is one thing. And probably as to what all kind of probably mock tests that you might want to give during the during the preparations itself. Well, that for me, honestly, that was a real big picture. I never gave a mock test, but only after referring to mock test papers during my CA final preparations, I realized, yeah, mock tests are really important. So keep it for the fourth month. Keep it for the fourth month. But each month preparation should be really, really, really important. Okay. And the third and the most important plan, which would really make you in rather enable you to go ahead with the bigger plans that you have, 1 month or 4 month plan. That would be planning each and every day of yours. Guys, it is very important to be foresighted, but at the same time it is very important to live in immediate present. It is very critical for us to see as to what is happening today, and what am I going to study today. How is my day going to look like? How many hours? What all kind of plans do I have apart from studies? Can I adjust them? Can I achieve these and so topics in today's day? That would be really, really, really important. Okay, so it rather, I would go, now I would go a bit reverse, planning each of your day, then getting into your onto your first month plan, or 1 month plan rather, and then getting onto your overall plan. Very important one thing over here, guys. The fourth month, the last month before the exam. Well, when I was a student, I was a, I didn't give that much importance to it, but it is very important, guys, to have last month of your exam, last month before your exam, to keep for revision. At least 15 days you have to have the revisions done. Mock test papers are really, really important. Maybe, let's say, if you're not able to give both the mock tests, at least one of them would be really great. I'm sorry, guys, I learned that for this particular attempt, June 2020, I think there are no mock tests. So correct me if I'm wrong. I'm so sorry if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think that would be a disadvantage. But don't worry, like ICAI, definitely, put your faith in them. They'll come up with really good, something really great. Okay, so last 15 days would be really important for you to revise, and revise in such a manner that each subject could give you only 2 days. Only recently I was talking to one of my friends, and I told her that, It would be really great if before the exams you can get the feel of the exams as to 1.5 2 days that you have during the exam, the same way or the same kind of revision if you can do beforehand, that would be really really great. And fortunately she was able to achieve it, and it was happiness for me. Okay, okay, this is possible, guys. I didn't do it my during my attempt, but yeah, I had a good revision plan too. But it is possible to have a exam kind of studies before the exams. It should be done that way. It would really help. So that was about planning. My second topic, second thing that would really really interest you guys would be have to plan on your hours, the time, the amount of time that you give for studies each day or maybe gradually. And so guys, hours depends on is a very subjective term. It's like one person might be really comfortable studying 16 hours a day. Phew, that's not my thing. I didn't do that at all. I couldn't, rather I would say. And some might be only be able to study 8 10 hours a day. Some might be average enough to have 12 to 14 hours a day. All is good. Okay, it all depends on your comfort. But one thing really, really, really important for us here is to go gradual. You cannot expect yourself to sit on the first day and study for 12 hours. Guys, that is not possible. You have 4 months in front of you. Start right from the first day. If you start 12, 14, 16 hours, and you'll be like, Aaj to padhunga main and nothing else, and I'll be like, dunya ke, all the moh maya I'm leaving aside, and I'll be studying and the whole day and all. It is not possible to do that for 4 continuous months. Come on. It's a human tendency to get bored and get frustrated with continuous amount of information flowing into our head. And that is one thing we would really want to ignore. So yeah, go gradual. Okay. I remember my first day when I started studying, it was I set for some 8 odd hours, and the real good amount of studies that I did out of those 8 hours might not be more than 5 to 6 hours. I पहले दिन पे obviously I was a bit tense कि okay ऐसे कैसे होगा, people study for 18 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 14 16 hours a day, and I am starting with 6, and how is it going to be possible? But guys, it is. Ultimately, during my final, like as soon as I got nearer to the exams, I think I could cross 14 to 15 hours. I could reach there effective enough, and but it was gradual, and fortunate thing, I I didn't get frustrated because of that. अगर मैं पहले ही दिन से, if I would have started, studying with 18 hours a day, I am sure I would have been dead. I would have been dead by not even a month, 1.5 months, and I would be like, "Bas ho gaya, CA chhod dena hai." Okay, so don't do that mistake. Go gradual. Go as per your comfort. You might want to, so might be a case that you are a morning person, might be a case that you are a night person. I was a night person. I am. अगर मुझे बोलो कि पूरी रात जग के पढ़ लो, I would do it very easily. But अगर मुझे ये बोलो कि सुबह 6 बजे उठ के पढ़ो, ना हो पाएगा. Okay, so that exactly how it should be, as per your comfort, any part of the day, and that would be great. At the same time, it is very important to plan your breaks. Okay, guys, मतलब starting में, breaks might be longer. 1 घंटे का तो 1 2 घंटे पढ़ के 1 घंटे का break लेते हैं लोग, and I used to do that. But ultimately, it should go, lesser than that. The breaks, by the time I reached my finals, I made sure that I study for 3 long hours and then have 15 or half an hour of 15 minutes or half an hour of break, and then getting back to square one. So that was my thing. Obviously you will have to judge upon your capability or your comfort, and please 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 go gradual on yourself. Don't be harsh, because we have to sustain it for 4 long months, 4 5 long months of studies, and plus CA final ke, yeah, think about that, and be comfortable. Okay, the third important point, I think, it is very all of a sudden, sometimes guys, people realize, even I realized during my CA final exams. And in that case, IPCC also, during my time it was IPCC. Obviously it's just recent changes that have happened. But during IPCC also, I saw a thing, that in some part of the time, some part of my studies, I used to think, Array, the plan that I had made, it has all fallen apart, and I'm not going as per my plan, and I'm not studying as I planned, and I might not be able to achieve all the objectives and all the goals that I have set for at least next 1 month, or maybe by and large 4 months. Don't stress out. Okay, I'll give you a very good example here. I'll give you a very good example. I myself, when I started studying, because of the shortage of time, I thought that I'll give only one group and I won't go for the other one. One fine day, I was discussing it with one of my friends, and he was like, Zenith, don't you dare do that mistake. You are falling short of only 10 days. You have to bring your 10 days out from somewhere. Okay, that was the time. And and I had another 2 months in my hand. I somehow, like, either I crippled up my schedules, or I increased my study hours or something. But yes, guys, I did achieve to bring out at least 8 to 9 effective days for covering both the groups. And it is possible. Okay, and you just have to be calm. You just have to take your time, maybe some 1 or 2 hours, to restructure your plan. It can happen that in middle of your studies you might find that plans are really not working, and I'm really stressed, and I'm really not going as per what I would want to be. Effective studies nahi ho rahi hai. Guys, calm down. It is not one thing to stress out. अगर stress out हो गए तो और एक दिन जाएगा, उस वो वही सोचने में और एक दिन जाएगा. And that is not one situation that we would want to be in. So, like, take your time, 1 hours, 2 hours, maybe talk to your friends who are into CA, and restructure your plan. Okay, it's very important to adjust whenever possible and whenever it is required, without getting stressed out. Might be a case, yeah, that you might have some family situation, or you might have some family, like, social distance social distancing is impossible for us. Sometimes it gets that we have to go, and kabhi parents chhadi leke aa jate कि आना ही पड़ेगा, and all those things. It does happen. Okay, but please calm down. Take your 1 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, half a day, if at all you require that, and restructure your plan, and restructure practically. It is very important to be practical when you restructure your plan. Okay. And the next point I would want to talk about is abhi this has been a very recent trend, a very recent trend I've been seeing. Even I did that. That students क्या करते हैं कि क्लासेस चालू है, they'll be like, अरे अभी स्टडी लीव मिलेगी तब भी मैं क्लासेस करूंगा, एंड दैट वुड बी इजी कि बहुत जल्दी क्लासेस खत्म हो जाएंगे. दे स्टार्ट दे स्टार्ट हैविंग देयर क्लासेस ड्यूरिंग योर स्टडी लीव्स. दे पोस्टपोन देयर क्लासेस. मतलब एक तो ऑलरेडी अमेंडमेंट लेक्चर्स होते ही हैं जो आते हैं अगस्त में, और मे बी इन दैट केस अप्रैल में या मार्च में आते हैं अमेंडमेंट लेक्चर्स. यू हैव टू सी देम आल्सो. But at the same time, students do this, that they take their classes, video lectures during their study leaves. Fine, do that. It's the first recommendation obviously would be that 4 months should be clear cut studies, self study, and nothing else. But I understand it might not be possible every time. So you might have to stretch yourself in the study period also, that okay, fine, I need to have this classes done. Get it done, but then plan accordingly. Guys, it is very important, whenever you study, whenever you have the classes going on, maybe DT or IDT that you are doing during the last stage of your preparations, make sure you plan it accordingly. कि वो जब क्लास चल रहे हैं तब ही you study that subject out, and that's it. Make your notes, make your studies done then and there, clear. nothing else. That would be a good situation to be in. It would be a, like, after that you will be confident कि अरे अभी तो पढ़ा, अभी revise भी हो गया. Now I'll refer to this topic after like 1 or 2 months when I'm actually trying to revise stuff. Okay, that would be really that. This is a growing trend, and that is a very sudden trend that I'm seeing these days. But it's important. It's fine. It's good that if you are going through by your comfort, go ahead, but plan accordingly. You need to study that subject immediately when and as and when the classes are going on. You can't be like, okay, मेरा DT का class चल रहा है, but I'll take FR. You cannot do that, guys. दोनों में से कुछ भी आप retain नहीं कर पाओगे. Okay, so it would be really important that way, and try to do it as soon as possible. Complete the classes as soon as possible, and it would be really important for us. Okay, so the next point, one thing really, that bothers all the CS students, and wo hota hi hai yaar, it's very normal to have thoughts. Now, thoughts is something that is really, really, really dangerous, and you have to have a hold on your thoughts. And yeah, thoughts are like grapevine. हम चालू करते हैं सीए की पढ़ाई से, पर बॉलीवुड तक जाके पहुंचेंगे. That is how it grows. Believe me, it is that way. And sometimes बॉलीवुड में वो थोड़ा इमोशनल साइड लेके जाते हैं, and it gets depressive and all. कह रहे what about the family, what about the finances and all, इतनी बड़ी. So all of a sudden we tend to get mature. Okay, oh, I'm thinking like a adult, and now I'm thinking like a grown up. It's fine. When I used to have such thoughts, I used to give my time to those thoughts, because I knew अगर मैं सोचूंगा नहीं, if I don't give respect to those thoughts, it will keep on coming, and it will keep on, bothering me continuously. Give them time. Take your time. Last extent tak पहुंचो, but make sure that you know when to put a cut on it. It is really important. You cannot just give thoughts 1 hour, 2 hour a day. It is not that, it's very critical. It's not that important to have those thoughts go into. अगर सही thoughts भी हो ना तो पता भी चले. But all of us know, all of us know एग्जाम के टाइम पे क्या thoughts आते हैं हम लोगों को. Okay, so it would be really important to, channelize your thoughts, keep a hold on them, and it would be really great if you could control yourself while you are having your thoughts. Don't get too carried away. Don't get too, restrictive on yourself. Give it time. Be on a comfort zone. It would be fine to have thoughts. It is very normal to have thoughts, rather, I would say. So that is all about, that is one that those are the few things that I wanted to discuss about your time management. It is really, really important to understand that time management is the key towards being a CA or passing IPCC exams. And not just CA and IPCC. Yeah, it's one thing in general. It's one thing very general in life, that you need to have time management, so that you can manage your stress up also. A very, very quick thing that I would want to tell you. Okay, guys, now I'm there. So now that I'm on this side of the table, I know how pressurizing it can get over here. Also, it's not like hunky dory, and you're a CA now. Package है तुम्हारे हाथ में, तो आपको क्या tension है? आप तो बोल दोगे and all. It doesn't work that way, guys. You have 8 subjects and 16 hours. We have 16 works, 16 kind of different works, but we only have 8 to 9 hours in our hand every day. So, it's a very, when I became a CA, I was like, अरे CA पढ़ाई तो easy था, अभी तो और ज़्यादा stress है. But when I was a student, I was thinking like, क्या package है यार, मतलब CA हो गए, अब तो क्या tension है, life is sorted है and all. Doesn't work. That doesn't really work that way, guys. Everything has its own part and parcel of it, and go ahead with that. Accept it. And oh yes, one other important thing that I would want to address. I would want to address the students who are studying right now. Immediate attempt June 20. Uh, guys, I understand that by you would have planned your studies in such a manner. Okay, okay, March आ गया, March तक मेरा course खत्म हो जाएगा, April में revision होगा, or maybe April mid तक I'll be completing all my courses, and now then after that I'll be going ahead with all the revision stuff, and May would be the exams. Now the dates have gone a bit ahead, and they have been finalized somewhere in the end of June. I understand extended time है, कोई कोई तो बहुत प्रेशर में होगा, करे क्या होगा, and a lot of my friends, they used to talk, अरे Zenith, now what should I do, yeah man, मतलब it's like I've been done with all my studies, and अब और 2 महीने पढ़ना पड़ेगा, and things, how will the things work and all those things. I'm sure a few of them are watching this video. Guys, it's really important to have a hold on yourself here today, because the thing is, आपने 4 महीने already पढ़ा है. Now you have another, say 4 months to, like 2 months to study, and it would be really great if you replan your things out. Okay, you cannot be like, अरे वापस से I'll continue with 12 hours, 14 hours a day. It cannot be that way. You have to have 10 hours, some lay, say 10, 12, 8, 10 hours randomly, and you have to make sure that apart from your studies also you keep yourself in interest. Do something. Maybe one of my friends, she's learning guitar, and she's preparing for one of her family events and all. The other one of my friends is, she's reading books, she's watching series. Oh my god, lockdown ke time pe usne 2 series khatam kar di. I'm like, are you serious? Are you a CS student? I mean, that is funny. Not way too far, but yeah, you need to calm yourself down. Abhi, keep until May. I would suggest that you should keep your study hours to be a bit mild. Don't be harsh. Milder side of it would be really great. And then maybe if June, May, mid May, and June would be the time when you extend your hours further. And keep your faith on ICI, because they'll be really helpful. They'll keep you guiding. I know, March end में जब तक notification नहीं आया था, तब तक all were like, अरे क्या कर रहे हैं, late हो गया ये वो and all. But at the end, they are the ones who are going to help you out, guys. No one else. Okay. Okay. Now let's go towards the other topic that we are talking about, that is stress management. जब टाइम कंट्रोल में आता है तो स्ट्रेस थोड़ा बहुत कंट्रोल में आ ही जाता है, बट apart from that, you have to have thoughts about what is stressing you out, what is the thing that really bothers you the whole day. And plus situation ऐसी है ना guys, that we are uh, when it's CA, when a CA student starts studying, it's lesser amount of food, it's lesser amount of time, and a lot of things to cover. So yeah, and plus social distancing, that is impossible. But yeah, yet that family problems, and a lot of things build up. All of a sudden, अचानक से आएंगे, and it will be like, चलो अब सब मिलके student के दिमाग को पकाते हैं. That happens. Stress builds up because of all of these reasons, and it is really important that you realize what is stressing you out. You have to know as to what is stressing you out. If you're not knowing it, then it is a very dangerous situation to be in. So mind confused ho jayega, frustrate ho jayega, because I don't even know what's stressing me out, and yet I'm stressed out. Okay, so it would be great if you know it. Again, I would take 10 seconds, though I know that in the last part you didn't reply, but I would take 10 seconds to ask students or the viewers as to what is the first thing that comes to their mind when I talk about stress. What exactly stresses you up during your studies? I just hope if some of you can really highlight it here, and it would be great to see again if I'm aligned with you people or not. If was I a good student? Was I managing my stress better properly or not? That would be great if at all you can reply. Uh, Again, I don't see any replies much. Fine, okay, not an issue. I'll go ahead with a few topics that I think are really really important, and they used to stress me out like anything during my CA final exams or IPCC in that case. Uh, First thing, guys, it would be thinking about the uncertainties. Uncertainties are one thing that can eat you up to the core. It is one thing that will eat you up. कि सोचना as to what is going to happen, whether I'll pass or not. A lot of friends used to tell me, यार मैं इतना पढ़ा हूँ, but I'm not confident if I'll pass or not. Okay, so that is one thing that is really important. You should realize uncertainty रहने वाली है. It's not because ICI is keeping such a mood and वो लोग ऐसा कम रिजल्ट देते हैं. No, अनसर्टेनिटी तब भी होती है जब आप पूरा पढ़ लेते हो और रिवीजन करने बैठते हो, तब आपको उसके इमीडिएट पहले ऐसा लगता है कि आई माइट नॉट बी रिमेम्बरिंग एवरीथिंग, आई माइट बी आई एम नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट इट एंड ऑल. सो uncertainties do build up. मैं when I am after CA studies, I do have uncertainties and insecurities in my life कि अगर ये नहीं हुआ तो अरे ये कैसे होगा, फिर ये कैसे होगा. But it is really important to channelize it, maybe control it, and understand that you have to be amidst the uncertainties and work on your studies. It is impossible to not have them and yet be flawless towards your studies. Thoughts तो आते हैं यार, रैंकर भी होंगे, उनको भी थॉट्स आएंगे कि यार क्या अगर मतलब ऐसा हुआ, क्या अगर वैसा हुआ. तो you need to think about stuff as to how important it is to channelize your mind there. Maybe करते जाओ यार, मतलब that is one thing that I would really suggest. That is a typical kind of suggestion that I would give. But yeah, it is really important to do things continuously, study continuously, give less amount of time to your mind to think about those uncertainties. अगर मतलब if you will continue studying, doing stuff, it would be really 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 great for you people, and it would help you. Other thing that I would suggest as to how to deal with uncertainties, guys, is to talk to people. It is really important to talk to the ones who are really near and dear to you. Talk to them. Yeah, they might have some solutions, they might have some real important tips to give you, and it would be great to listen out them because they know you really well, right? Friends ho ya family ho, they know you from right from the beginning. Okay, and I used to do that. I used to talk to my mom, I used to talk to one of my friends, and I used to get so warm and so comfortable talking to them कि उसके बाद और motivation ही मिलता था कि now I'm going to deal with situation and I'm good to go with, guys. I have no issues, uncertainties, at least for a few days if they are gone, and now I'm comfortable studying. So you have to have, it is very important to have some people whom you can talk to. Now that reminds me of another topic also, that it is very important to choose them. It is very important to choose those people. Okay, you cannot talk to any Tom, Dick, and Harry and go like, "Arey, ye mera problem hai." Guys, that will stress you out. I'm telling you, especially friends. Uh, if you give them your issues, rather they'll brag about their studies, or they'll give you some they'll give you some knowledge stuff that okay, aise kar वैसे कर, and after they are gone, you will be like, यार इसका तो इतना हो गया, I am nowhere right now. How am I going to do it and all? So, it is very important to choose your friends, especially because that is going to be a very dangerous situation if you are talking to wrong people. In the initial days of my studies, I used to talk to people in my library, and I was like, "Abhi, मैं इससे कभी बात नहीं करूँगा." This is he or she is really getting me down under the table, and they are like, "Hey, तू तो कुछ नहीं है हमारे सामने." But yeah, fine. Ultimately, you get to know who is who. Okay, that is a different kind of politics. We are not going there, but yeah, definitely, you need to choose your people, be comfortable around them, talk to them whenever you feel like, and it would be great to manage your stress here. They'll be the ones who will assist you. Okay, the next topic, would be something related to opinions, or maybe uh, all the opinions that you get from your mentors. Studies, matlab during my uh, opinions in that case or information through internet. But in during my um, studies, I used to listen to a lot of videos from of people or mentors whom I took classes from. Okay, at one point, till one point of time, they were motivating me, and it was like good that I'm listening to this person and all. But then they had so different and so vast opinions. I was like, हर एक चीज सुनने जाऊंगा, it would be a mess for me. Okay, so don't go there. Get your, like, don't get more and more information from different sources. Internet. Wow, many people go out on Google or Quora or YouTube to search as to how to see a study for CA final stuff. Oh, come on, man. Matlab, you cannot have internet telling you as to how you're going to study. It doesn't work. Quora, believe me, Quora doesn't work, guys. You got to stop it. And don't listen to a lot of opinions in your life. As far as CA studies is concerned, do what you're comfortable in, and that would be really, really, really great. Okay, next very important thing, Joe. And for this topic, I think parents and lecturers or mentors will kill me for this, but let's talk about internet and mobile. Interesting topic. I think a lot of people would have told you, yeah, switch off your mobile, go off WhatsApp, go off Insta, and go off your internet. Literally, internet connection hi katwa do and all. Parents do that also. uh, I have a very different opinion about it, and I would suggest that don't go off WhatsApp, or don't go off internet. टीवी तो खास देखो, देखना ही चाहिए. Okay, that is how I worked. That is how I was comfortable. Yeah. For a student, when they are taking breaks, they don't have much of the things to do. कितना वॉक करने जाओगे यार पार्क में? कितना, मतलब, you talk to your parents or everyone. It doesn't work that way. A lot of things you have to, sometimes ऐसा होगा कि 5-10 minutes का ब्रेक लिया है, आप टेबल पे ही बैठे हो, स्टडी टेबल पे ही हो, and you have nothing to do. That time you might want to go on to internet and surf a bit. It's fine, but very important that you should have a control. Guys, if you don't have control, आज ही इंटरनेट कटवाओ, आज इंटरनेट कटवाओ. But if you have control, keep it with you. TV, mobile, internet, they are fine. Okay, it's not, rather if you switch them off, I think, like, if I would have switched them off, I would have got more stressed. Okay, यार अभी 10 मिनट बाकी है मेरे पास, मैं क्या करूंगा यार? I don't have anything to do. Like, what would I do? Okay, सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि आप समझो, कंट्रोल करो. अगर कंट्रोल नहीं हो रहा है तो फिर ऑब्वियसली यू विल हैव टू गो डू अवे विद देम. बट अगर कंट्रोल हो रहा है तो बी देयर एंड स्टैंड देयर. Next would be, a very quick tips on how to deal with stress that is going on. Very quick tips, and I think we'll cover it up. I think being with more and more with nature, going out for walks, and having good food. Food is really important for me. Okay, अगर मैं खाता हूँ तो I get motivation. So having good food, having being healthy enough, exercises and all those things, come on. It's as per your comfort that you might want to do things, and it would be really great if you could judge accordingly. So I would want to, conclude in a manner that, guys, time and stress is one thing that work parallelly, that have to be dealt with parallelly only. If you are good to go with your time, half of the stress, 50 to 60% of your stress is done and dusted there and then. There's nothing big that you'll have to worry about. Stress and all. Uh, the next thing that you would be stressed about is uncertainties, and a lot of things in life are uncertain, especially right now when a lot of people are dealing with COVID-19 situation. uh, I'm saying this for the third time, but I'm saying with all the confidence that lay your faith in ICAI. मैं जब student था तब मैं भी बोलता था कि यार they are not doing it things properly and all, but when I'm here I know what they are doing exactly. Lay your faith on them, and they'll come to your rescue every single time. Don't you worry about that. Okay. So I think this is by and large what I wanted to say. I would want to read out one thing. I couldn't share it with you over the video right now due to some technical issues, but I would want to read it out. A bit long, but it is very important. You know, I used to get motivated. I used to get really motivated while reading this during my CA final exams. So yeah, here it goes. Listen very carefully. It is very well written by one of the mentors or one of the lecturers that you might feel as if you are lost in a jungle under the seventh sky. This is the best experience ever. So instead of getting anxious, work smart. Okay, sometimes you might, you'll get extremely worried about how I'll finish everything, how will I remember a lot of things. The course is wide, and there are so many things to do. At that, very important. Do one thing at a time. Don't start thinking about what's remaining. Live in immediate present. You will fall many times, but get up, dust yourself, and start again. If you feel exhausted, then restart. Remember, the main test is not law audit identity. The main test is this tough time. Subjects are not tough. This time is tough. And to make it easy, it's all in your mind. So it's really well written, guys. It's all in your mind to make it easy. And how will you make it done? Last but not least, come what may, face everything on your way. And one fine day, you will become a CA. The last line is very very exciting, and it caught me every time that you will become a CA. Yeah, I'm confident that I'll become a CA. So with that, I think I'll wrap up my session here. I would like to thank a lot of people here. I would like to thank Pimpri Chinchwa branch WIRC to give me an opportunity to stand here and meet you people and talk to you people on such a good topic. I was really excited to talk about this topic. I would thank my friends who helped me through this. A lot of friends did help me. They motivated me towards us the kind of session I should take, and the kind of things that I should share with you people. I just hope that it was really helpful to you. And last but not the least, I would like to thank you people, the viewers and the students who are going to, not just today, but even in further days, you will be watching this video. And it would be great if you can connect to whatever I said. And it would be nice, and it would be really fortunate for me to understand if you were really confident about my session or not. So yeah, thanking you all. And last but not the least, I'll be reading out something that I wrote during the times when I had stress. Yeah, ironical, fine, I'm talking about stress management, and even I was stressed. But yeah, people tend to get stressed. Yeah, even everyone gets stressed, but it's how you control the situation. I would want to read that thing out. It's an extract from it. It's not the whole thing that I'm going to read. Just for a few lines. हर मुकाम को बारीकी से देख रहा हूँ. मैं अपनी दास्तान खुद लिख रहा हूँ. धीरे ही सही मैं आगे बढ़ रहा हूँ. एक लड़ाई मैं खुद से लड़ रहा हूँ. On that note, I think I'll be taking your leave, guys, and wish you all the very best. Stay safe and be good. Take care, guys. I hope the session was good. Great.